What's up, my fellow beasts? Your boy Bad Beast here. We're doing another combo video today, and we're going to do Supergirl this time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Kicking it off as always, guys, if you don't want to see the breakdown and you just want to skip to the combos, check the description and I will leave the timestamp there for that. But we're going to start out with her character power like always, and that's just her I-beams basically. So you're going to use circle or B for the Xbox just for her straight blast, circle alone, and she just shoots a single beam straight like that. If you want to do a ground blast to make it shoot at their feet, just press down and circle at the same time. If you want to do that closer, just do diagonal and circle at the same time, so it's going to be down and back at the same time while pressing circle, and she'll shoot it closer than the down one. So you can see there's the down one there, and then here's the diagonal one here. So if you also want to do an anti-air version of this, you just press back and circle, and that's the up blast, and she'll shoot it up in the air like that. And my favorite version of this, guys, is the walking heat vision. You just press R2 while you press circle, which is right trigger for the Xbox. So when you do this, she will walk and do a blast, like a heat vision type of thing, kind of like Superman does, and she knocks him back, and it does a lot more damage than the regular blast. So this is really good to use with combos and stuff like that, and it does a lot of damage and gives you some knockback. So you can go ahead and use this to get some maybe zoning in, or maybe think about what you want to do next or something like that. So it's good to use for that. Next, guys, we're going to talk about her frost breath. That's just down forward triangle, down forward Y for the Xbox. Now you can see if you tap it here, she just does a single little kind of spray right there. If you hold it down, she'll do it longer, and it does a little bit more damage. This isn't really for a damaging type of move. It's more for if you meter burn it, it will freeze them like this. So when you freeze them like this, you can kind of start up combos and stuff like that. So when you freeze them, you can kind of just do what you want. If you want to start up a little combo and kind of throw them across, do whatever like that. So you can see I kind of just did a little mini combo there, guys. So it's good for meter burning it and kind of catching your opponents, so you can do some extra damage to them and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Additionally, guys, we have the spaceport, and this is just she flies across the screen and comes behind the opponent and does an uppercut type of move. It's good to get in on your opponents if they're trying to stay far away and stuff like that. So using this to get in on them is really good to do a little extra damage and to go ahead and get them while they're trying to stay far away at the same time. If you meter burn it, she will bounce them up into the air, and you can kind of do some extra combos and stuff like that. So you can see that it can be used for things like that if you just kind of want to get in on your opponents and do a little bit of extra damage. It's really good for that. But you can also do this in the air, and she basically does the same thing, but it just, you know, doesn't choreograph it as much, so your opponents may not be able to tell what you're doing exactly in the air. Meter burn it, and it does the same thing. So you guys can use that for when you get in on your opponents and they're zoning you and stuff like that, so you need to get in on them. After spaceport, we have Kryptonian force, and that's just back forward X, back forward A for the Xbox. She kind of does a spinning shoulder hit right there if you don't meter burn it, and she just kind of attacks them with like a shoulder blast or whatever you want to call that, like a shoulder rush, and it'll knock them across the screen. It's good for knockback to get an aggressive opponent off of you, or maybe give you some time to think so that you can gather yourself and see what you want to do next. So it's good for that. If you meter burn it, she will do a little type of cyclone thing, and you can go up and it spins them in the air and stuff, and you can kind of decide if you want to do a combo with it, or maybe if you want to give yourself some time to think. It's really good to use for that. For the last part of her special moves, guys, we have Power Slam, and I'm going to show you the air dash away and dash forward because a lot of people don't even know that really exists sometimes, so I just want to make sure that you guys know about that. So first off, the Power Slam is when you're in the air, you're just going to press down and the grapple button at the same time, which is L1 for the PS4, and I think it's left button for the Xbox. So if that's not correct, you guys can you know, correct me down in the comments, but I believe that's correct. So basically, when you use this in the air, she will grapple them. Whoops, hold on. She will grapple them and then kind of slam them to the ground. So when you do this, you can meter burn it, and she'll also bounce them up. So if you want to kind of do this to start an extra combo, or maybe just make your opponents pay for trying to be really heavy air attacking and stuff like that, she can attack them in the air with this. So as you can see, it can be used pretty well to do some damage, and also to bounce it if you want to do some combos with it as well. So as you can see with the dashes, guys, a lot of people don't know, just like you can dash on the ground, with flying characters you can also dash in the air. So this is good to use when you need to get in or get away real quick on your opponents. A lot of people don't know about it. It's just a handy little thing to know to kind of trick your opponents over. You never know if when they jump they're going to dash back or if they're going to dash forward, so it's a good little extra thing to have in your arsenal. The last part of the breakdown, guys, as always, I know a lot of you like to use your super moves to do damage instead of worrying about big combos and stuff like that, so I'm going to show you how to chain these into combos so you can hit with them every time and they not be wasted. So you're just going to use power struggle, which is square square triangle, and then XXY for the Xbox. So it looks like this, and she's going to kind of throw them up in the air with her knees like that, as you can see. So after she does that, you're just going to activate your super move and it'll connect real easily like this. Alright, now for the big combo, guys, you are going to see power struggle again, and it's going to be square square triangle XXY for the Xbox. Looks like that. After power struggle, you're going to meter burn frost breath, and that's just going to look like this. After frost breath, you're going to go ahead and use power break, and that's your back power move, which is back and X or back and A for the Xbox. It'll send them flying across the screen like that, so when you do it all together, it'll look like this. Additionally, after power break, guys, we're going to add crisis slam, which is just jumping and pressing X or jumping and pressing A for the Xbox. If you guys have trouble using this in the combo, go ahead and just do power break and then do crisis slam just to practice it a little bit, and once you get comfortable, you can go ahead and put it into the combo, and after you do that, it'll look like this. Also, guys, we're going to use Silver Age after Crisis Slam. Now, guys, make sure you hold forward after you do Crisis Slam when you're coming down, because you want to be able to move forward a little bit, because if you don't, it's a little hard to connect with Silver Age after you've done Crisis Slam if you don't hold forward. She doesn't really have any forward square moves, so you can just hold forward and do Silver Age easily like that. So when you do it all together, it's going to look like this. And lastly, for the combo, guys, we're going to do Walking Heat Vision, which is just circle and R2 at your character power, or B and right trigger for the Xbox. So you're going to use this after Silver Age, and make sure, guys, to hold down forward. Make sure you're doing that so you can hit with Silver Age easily. So when you put it all together, the whole thing will look like this. Alright, that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you out, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like. That would really help me out. If you want to see more Injustice 2 content and other things I'll be doing in the future, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Remember, as always, stay beastly, my friends.